up, you beautiful people, and welcome back to another Direct Strike Weekly Brawl tier list. We got that Fenix going on here today. My mouse wheel is still being screwed here, but it looks like we have Synergy, the long-awaited Brawl modifier. It is back, and it seems like we have Bountiful, and everyone has a Dehaka, which means it's going to be triple Dehaka this week, which is going to be absolutely bonkers. Oh wait, Synergy makes everything more expensive. I forgot about that. Oh, it's gonna suck. Well, everyone's got a Dehaka except for no. My ally also has a Dehaka. I bought a Legionary. That's 100% gonna get eaten. But you know, we don't talk about that. Oh God, Rainer with the meds. That might be OP. That might actually be OP. So with Synergy, your waves spawn quite often. Oh no, Fenix's called units are gonna be so much more expensive. Oh, that's gonna suck. Well, I can probably get Caldalis here. There we go. Level them up here. Oh my god. Oh, we got some lag here, boys. I guess we can like jump on all those lings. My Caldalis is in there somewhere, right? Oh no, he hasn't spawned yet. Okay, wait, hold on. I think I'm just gonna go pure Caldalis and grab some Legionaries, and hopefully that'll be good, because, I don't know. I want to be frontline here. There's a Mansk Rainer. Oh, geez, that's disgusting. We have an Abathar. I don't know if that's going to be good enough here. Caldalis here should be able to do some big chop action here. There we go. Come on, get in there, Caldalis. Get in there. Just cut him up. Cut him up to shreds. Cut him to shreds. There's so many Zerglings, boys. Ooh, and it's also Bountiful, so you got to make sure you got your auto-gassing as well. But it seems like whoever can spam a lot of Zerglings, even though Manx's Zerglings got nerfed, Manx got a huge nerf, by the way, for those of you guys aren't paying attention or don't know about it yet. But yeah, like, you just spam so hard. Man, this game, like, I feel like, man, this is going to be such a short Synergy game. Because they have Dehaka, so everyone's just going to go early game, and then you just get your ass beat. Like, look at this. We're getting beat up here. We have a Swan on our team who's going Wraiths, which is, like, an okay idea, but, in practice, it's not that great, because in practice, we're just getting dumpstered here. Abathar is not really that great here. I don't know, let's see, get some upgrades. Here we go, but yeah, I am probably going to be making a bunch of videos for this week, because honestly, it just seems too good not to. Let's hopefully just jump on these boys here. There we go. Get that Dehaka jump coming in here. Oh god, we got some Banshees here. Oh no, we gotta eat those Duskwings, boys. Safe to say, if you're a commander that has a lot of expensive units, life is just going to be super hard for you. Harder than normal. So, there's that. Do I not have detection here? I don't have detection here. Man. Do any of my allies have detection? We're just getting overrun here. Like, Legionaries are a little too expensive, I think. Like, maybe I could have gone for some Adepts, but they're still 150. Like, there's so many units. It's just the sheer volume of units that we're being faced with is too much. It's too much, boys. But yeah, if you guys enjoy Direct Strike content and you guys are new to my channel, be sure to watch this video to the end, because we're going to have at least another game or two. Because we're just getting run over here right now. What is Caldalis doing? He's stuck. Bro, Caldalis, come on! But yeah, you should watch this video until the end, because honestly, we're probably gonna have a few more games. We'll definitely have a tier list coming up here. I don't actually know. I feel like if you're playing any of the commanders that need more than 1 or 2 tiers of tech to really be good, you're gonna be down bad this week, boys. You're gonna be down bad. Is Fenix one of those commanders? Fenix really isn't, but I think Swan is. Some of the units are just completely glitched out here. Abathar's just gone pure roaches. I mean, I guess that could work. Oh god, because the thing is, Synergy makes everything more expensive as well. So it's like, you know, it's like it's kind of cool, but like also all your units are so much more expensive that like it's kind of prohibitive to be able to spam as much. I think your units increase in price by like 50%. So because Adepts are normally 100, so this is going up here. But it looks like we've managed to stabilize, although I don't know how in hell we're going to stabilize against Hyperion. Hyperion and Rainer tanks, Manx tanks, friggin' everything. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like you have to have someone on your team that's dedicated frontline. I think I can do that pretty nicely as Fenix. Because Fenix has a pretty good legionary. It's probably someone Kerrigan. I feel like this week I don't even know if I'm gonna do a tier list. I probably will just highlight the strengths of the commanders this week, and weaknesses in comparison. Because like I feel like it'd be unfair to just say like this guy's really great, you gotta have him on your team. Although I feel like Manx is probably someone you have to have on your team. You can just build LMG boys and supply you with infinite DPS, and then someone else on your team can just build tons and tons of whatever frontline something. Like if we have LMG boys and all these roaches, guarantee we'd be having a good time here. But we're not, because we don't have that. Do I have my Talus out here? Talus is out here, but she's getting beat up here by all those banshees here. Jeez, Adept's being so much more expensive. Bountiful makes it a little easier, but also the fact that we're getting pushed in here does not make things easier. It makes it like so that you can't really get Bountiful even though you want to. Yeah, I feel like this game just took right off, boys. It just went, oh my god. Kaldalis is just stuck in there. Not in the good way either. He's just stuck. He can't get in. But I think we're stabilizing a little bit. But you know, rain or air is just something else. Oh god, man, this really sucks here. Okay, I'm gonna put Kaldalis a little bit further back. I don't want him jumping in too early. I think that's not advisable. But yeah, the Rainer Vikings are just gonna beat the crap out of us in the sky here. It's not gonna be that great. Kaldalis is doing his best. His best is good enough, I guess. You can cleave through most of the lings here, but there's too many lings over there. There we go. I'm gonna get some more Talus action in there. I'm gonna get keen senses on my Dehaka so we can actually see what the heck's happening here. I'm not gonna be able to buy a detector anytime soon. Probably have to buy a conservator actually. Does that actually work on my allied units? Because that'd be pretty good. I should probably get one or two of them. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I think it works on friendlies, like all friendlies. Let's see. Two friendly. Yeah, so it's all friendlies. Okay, I definitely need a few conservators because I feel like they'll be pretty OP. They'll be pretty OP with the support here. But yeah. Oh god, I cannot imagine building carriers this week. Oh, carriers are just so bad. Where's my conservator here? Okay, there's the conservator field coming down, shielding most of our roaches and some of our wraiths here. Where's Kaldalis? I don't know where he is. My adepts are doing okay. I think Kaldalis is dead. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep going for Kaldalis and stuff. I don't even know at this point. Let's put down another legionary here. But you definitely have to spam pretty hard. I feel like you're just gonna run into a lot of commanders that spam this week. Jesus. I wanted to make more videos for this week too, because I'm like synergy. I don't know when we're ever seeing synergy again. Honestly, like synergy is like, you know, it's like one of those really rare Pokemon that you only see once in your life and you never see it again. And I feel super bad because it's like the coolest one that everyone wants to see. By the way, guys, if you guys are new to my channel and you guys enjoy Direct Strike content, well, be sure to keep watching and drop a sub to keep up if you're not yet subbed. We're heading on closing in on our next sub goal of 1,100 subscribers. Once we get there, we'll do a live stream special for that. Oh, do I have Fire Breath for my Dehaka already? I don't even know. No, I don't. I do not. Okay, well, if Rainer just built Hyperion, I feel like we'll be in pretty bad position. I think Tychus has a hard time starting up, but if it's like triple Tychus, it might actually be a little too ridiculous, because one Tychus can focus on building tankiness, one Tychus can focus on building DPS, and another Tychus can focus on building, like, I don't know, utility or whatever. I don't know how that would work out, actually, but I feel like it'll be interesting. But triple Dehaka, honestly, just makes everything so much tougher. Because you have to have stuff out on the field. Yeah, we're just dead. We're just dead. Yeah, the triple Dehaka makes it so that you can just spam units. Like these Swan rates, I guarantee you, were super expensive, and so were these like science vessels. Like having Swan and Abathur on your team is having a little too much support on your team. You kind of don't want to have supports. Now, see, Abathur needs tier 3 to really be useful, and so does Swan. You really want to have like really strong early game this week because of the fact that Dehaka's here. Let's have a look at the damage dealt here. I dealt quite a bit of damage, probably all Kaldalis, tanked a little bit. Abathur tanking a lot, so not surprising there. Manx here just killing so much stuff here. I killed quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's mostly Kaldalis putting in the action though. We got 79 kills. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Kaldalis and Talus here. Yeah, everyone else on the team just like, oof. Yeah, okay, so we're definitely gonna do another round here. Let's get right to it. Alright, we are back. Let's get right to it here. Jesus, I feel like it's almost a mistake to have any units out at this point, because there's so many Dehakas. Maybe instead of going for Adepts, I could probably go for, maybe instead of going for Legionaries, I could probably go for Adepts. Because I don't think I have anything that's too high DPS at the end of the day. What are my allies playing? Raynor? What is he playing? Oh god. Han and Horner. Okay, well, we're just gonna send out just, basic Dehakas here. Let's go. Okay, let's see. How much is Caldalis to buy? 637. Oh, jeez. We're against the same opponents, I think. We're just on the other side of the map this time. Oh, there's Stetman Zerglings. Oh, that's so... Alright, well, now that things are spawning, they're gonna be spawning fast. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is get one of these bad boys here. I think that's a good idea here. I'm gonna turn this guy into Caldalis, put him back over here. I think the Conservator match would be a lot stronger than it looks. Because of its capacity to just put down a shield. Like, we're getting memed on here. There we go, we got that capacitor shield here. I think Raynor is a definite must-have on your team because of the Raynor bio potential, AoE, everything, Raynor Death Fleet potential. I'm gonna make my assimilator auto gas here. I guess I'll put this down. I don't know. Okay, he ate my guy. Can I eat any of his guys? Nope, not yet. But it's just a big Dehaka fight here. Just a bunch of baked potatoes. We got an Asteria Wraith. Okay, well that got eaten. That didn't last long here. Ooh, the medic's coming in here. I don't know, guys. Ooh. This is gonna be one heck of a game here. Can I get my Caldalis out yet? I don't have my Caldalis out? Oh, that's because I haven't had him right-clicked. Okay, there we go. Well, he's right-clicked. There we go. Now that I have my Caldalis out here, I'm gonna get my area attack. Raynor medics are just gonna be so good this week. It's a little too good. There we go. Put down that Conservator field here. There's some Cyclones. Actually, Cyclones might be pretty good on Swan. Or as Swan. And then maybe I can get Talus. I'm gonna need her out here for sure. Boom, boom. Make sure that Talus is auto-cast. I want to kind of auto-cast my gas as well. There we go. Caldalis can definitely go toe-to-toe and take down a bunch of Dehakas too, so it's like, that's pretty good. And he can't get eaten either, which is also pretty good. His AoE is pretty good. Having two Caldalises on the field together is also pretty good. Jeez. Although I feel like this week is just like I think I love synergy, but things get so hectic. Damn. Look at that. Look at that. Do I want Talus first? Yeah, I want Talus first. Let's see, I'm gonna get my noms here. There we go. Dehaka just nomming everything. Y'all manually cast Devour? Nah, we don't manually cast Devour, we just devour stuff. There we go, eat that Cyclone. Eat the damn Hydras, Lamel. Eat that. There we go. There we go. Wait, there's a Karax on their team. Karax could actually be super OP this week because he can make sure that the entire wave that's coming out gets beamed. But also you're playing Karax, so you're probably just going to frontline for your team and maybe build some Annihilators. If that even, because they're so expensive this week. But we'll have to see here. My Dehaka's leading the pack. Oh, that's a Colossus, boys. I'll take that. That's a Colossus, boys. We'll take that one. We'll take that one to show and tell. Let's see. Should I buy Legionaries? I'll buy Legionaries. Yeah, I'll buy Legionaries. I'll be the front line for the team here. There we go. I can frontline with Legionaries. There we go. Make sure Dehaka eats the Colossus over here. Come on, Dehaka, eat that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. No Colossus allowed. I'll put down another Legionary here. Although I feel like, I don't know, I feel like Talus is useful. Probably could have more Adepts. Maybe I could go with more Adepts. You know, I don't know. Let me get another point in my Scream and Shout. Scream and Shout, boys. I think this week you just want to put out units. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Come on. Come on, Dehaka, eat it. Oh, there we go. I like that Dehaka moves closer to try and eat it, which is great. Oh my god. I feel like Manx actually would struggle this week if you go Royal Guards, because like there's 3 Dehakas every wave, so guaranteed 100%. None of your Royal Guards is living. But if you spam a lot of boys, I think that would be pretty good. That'll be pretty good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now there's 2 Colossus. Make sure you eat it. Come on, Dehaka, eat it. There we go, eat one of them. Better than having all of them alive here. Although the Colossus are doing a huge number. Doing a huge number here. Okay, no, Talus managed to make it happen. Talus with their glaive here, doing the big bounce. Maybe I should get some more depths here. More legionaries. Most of the legionaries are just running in and dying, though. That's usually like what's happening here. Oh, I probably should get legionary charge, eh? Should probably get legionary charge. There we go. Uh-oh. I forgot to eat the Colossus. 1 round of not eating Colossus later, boys. You gotta make sure you eat that Colossus. There we go. Gotta run in there and eat that Colossus. Oh god. I guess Karax with Colossus is pretty good this week, because you're actually protecting your entire team. Oh, and there's the Karax beam. This one's gonna be huge. That's gonna turn the tempo against us here. 100% gonna turn the tempo against us. Oh yeah. Raynor going tanks, kind of unadvisable, I would say, actually. I don't know. Let's get another point in my bite here. Super long range. Eat that Colossus. Get that in there, boys. Eat another Colossus. Legionaries up at the front. They're a little too far up. That's okay. At the end of the day, Kaldalis here. Come on, Kaldalis, do your thing. Oh, he's dead. Kaldalis is dead instantly. Feels bad, man. Let's put down some more adapts. I think the adapts might be better. Like they end up being better because they like don't get yeeted. And they're like a decent sized front line that really deals with the Hydras really well, and like kind of deals with the other things really well. Oh crap! I should have had that on autocast. Woo! Yeah, let's get this over here. I can totally go for like an Arbiter Fenix here, maybe. That would be ridiculously good. Am I getting focused down here? I'm getting locked on. Yeah, there's a lock on going on. Raynor's got some Vikings. No, those aren't Raynor Vikings. Those are our Han and Horner Vikings. If anything, the air is like on lockdown because we got Han and Horner and Raynor. But I guess Raynor's going tanks. Like you really have to see what your teammates are. And really do your best to compliment them, I guess. Let's see. Maybe I'll put down like 2 sentries here. Kind of expensive, but you know, we'll figure that out. Legionaries are in here. Sentinels are in there somewhere. Kaldalis is probably dead. Yeah, he's probably dead, but Talus is alive. That's the most important part. I think Talus is like... I think maybe building Talus this week might be the better option. No, Kaldalis is still here. He's going ham. He's going ham, boys. Oh my god. If anything, you want to auto-gas. You definitely want to auto-gas, and you definitely don't want teammates that need more than 2 tiers to work. Like, Raynor can get tier 2 and be fine. And so can basically everyone else on our team. Oh, that was kind of a full health Colossus here, but you know, it's fine. Like the front lines is dying too fast for these Colossus to work out. Like he's got a lot of them, but there's not a lot of front line here, so Colossus ain't working out. Okay, that's a Thor. I'll eat that. There we go. Wait, did I eat the Thor while I was using its barrage? I can't even tell anymore. Boom, boom. Get some more Legionaries in here. Do I want Fire Breath? Hell yeah, I want Fire Breath. Fire Breath's OP. Always make sure you get it, boys. Eat that Colossus, boys. Ooh. Ooh, this week's gonna be a fun week. You know what? I think that makes up for last week being like kind of shite. You know, kind of not that great. We got the Protoss theme song here. Turns out Terran backline with Protoss frontline is pretty good. No, Protoss frontline's just pretty tanky here. You can also call in the Hyperion if you really need to. Okay, eat that over there. But the Thors are going to counter me, kind of. I probably should start teching up into Kaldalis. Not Kaldalis, into Taldarin. Taldarin got, like, buffed, too. It's a lot cheaper. We'll have to see about that. Oh, but I feel like Stetman in the late game with the Banelings could actually be pretty insane. And so could Zagara. But you have to get there. So if you want to invest in a Zagara, it's like you have to have a team of, like, really aggressive units. Probably like a Manx would do well with that as a combo. I'm gonna eat that thing here. The Thors are really messing up my Legionaries, though. Although Kaldalis is, he's going ham. He's going ham. He's living his best life. cleaving everything. Can I select my Dehaka, please? Thank you very much. Nope, looks like that's not going to happen here. Should I auto-gas here? I could. Taldaran costs 900 minerals, so auto-gassing doesn't seem as bad. Probably just buy an Immortal that I'm going to turn into Taldaran here. Jesus, 900 minerals. My Immortals cost 337. How could they do this to me? Ooh, that's a lot of damage on the Nexus. Oh my god. Man, this week's games are going to be super fast-paced. I wish they were a little longer, though. Like, because the armies, like, are just artificially enlarged, right, because of everything. I feel like Swan is going to struggle 100% this week. There's too much not going well for him, I think. Unless you build... I think you might actually be able to build pure science vessels and do well if you have a team of, like... I don't know, some mechanical units, which, you know, it looks like there's a Karax and there's a Stepman. So Swan could have just built pure science vessels. Maybe that would have been better. I think Stepman's tough. Stepman, you might have to just go pure Banelings. And Karax, I think, could... his idea with the Colossus was good, but maybe he should have stopped at around 2, and then he could have gotten Sentinels, I would say. Sentinels as frontline. Yeah, Sentinels as frontline. Swan doing his thing with Science Vessels would be great. Banelings for impact. I think that would be better. I don't know. Against Han and Horner, I guess, like, you kind of have to respect the air. I guess the Hydras make sense for that. But everything else, like Goliaths could make sense as well. I guess like Science Vessel Goliath, maybe. But Science Vessels are probably hella expensive. They're like probably 300 minerals. Rainer Medics are honestly really good this week. They're so good. I think Rain is like a must-have in the early game. Oh my god. Look at the overview here. I dealt quite a bit of damage with I'm pretty sure it's just pure Legionaries. You also take a lot of damage. Like Fenix is probably like premium frontline this week. But I think maybe Adept spam would be better. All I know is that, like, how did this guy get 11 kills? Ha! Anyways, let's go on to the tier list. Alright, what is up? We are back. Let's go. So, game plan. We're talking about auras, overall strategy, commander rankings. If you guys have decided to just skip to this part, you know what to do. Drop a like if you like it. Drop a sub if you're not yet subbed. So, modifiers, we have been looking forward to Synergy for at least a year. I remember the last time we had Synergy was, like, back when my channel was just starting up. I remember we played it once or twice, and then that was it. Super sad. I'm glad it's coming back. I hope we see more synergy. Like, yes, it kind of sucks that the units are... I think the units are 50% more expensive, which kind of sucks. But honestly, it makes sense because everything spawns at the same time. It's probably one of the most interesting Brawl modifiers to date. We have Bountiful, which really helps out with the synergy, and we have Lizzy Brigade, which gives everyone a free Dehaka. And I think the free Dehaka really breaks this week. So what do you want to do this week? You just want to go early game, early game, early game. Like, as you guys saw in that first game, we got completely spanked. Like, you don't want to be caught with your pants now with a commander that doesn't do well in tier 1 or tier 2. If you have a commander that has to go like tier 3 / has to have a lot of research done, you're going to be struggling a little bit to keep up in the early game. I feel like in the early game, like, you can just like really crush it with the commanders that spam really hard, and then also have a good transition into the late game. That being said, right, you want to kind of survive and auto gas and scale. Like, that's also sort of like something you want to try and do. But if you have a strong early game, like, you can either win the game or you can do the surviving part a lot easier because you're pushing your opponent in half the time, right? So I did say I wasn't going to do like a tier list, but I realized that, you know, it was probably better if I did. So let's go right into it. So I think this week Karax is definitely an S. If you're doing Karax correctly. So what Karax can do is you can frontline for your team with a bunch of Sentinels, just zombie zealots, and then you can put in some Colossus for some AoE. That's about it. You want to leave like Annihilators out of the contract or out of the picture, because I don't think Annihilator's gonna be pretty good. That being said, you probably shouldn't rush tier 3 as Karax. Like, you just dump a bunch of Sentinels down. I think that'll be pretty good, and then, like, you know, slowly transition tier 3. Your beam is gonna be insane this week because the entire wave is spawning at the same time, so chances of stuff stacking is gonna be quite low. And so if you drop a beam on your opponent's wave, it'll like just explode everything. So although I don't think you should have more than one Karax on your team this week, because if more than one Karax might just be diminishing returns, because then you suffer from the Karax problem of not being able to have good air control, right? You want to have a teammate that has good air control. And that's where I want to say Mensk and Rainer come in. So Mensk, I think, is absolutely insane this week. If you open the strategy as frontline, spam lots of boys. Yes, your boys got a little bit more expensive with the last like patch nerf, but you know, at the end of the day, you can still afford to have lots of them. You saw the first Manx in our first game, just ran us over with Zerglings and just LMG boys, right? I think that's what you want to do, and then like somewhere around like the 6, 7, probably not 6-7, like maybe 8-minute mark or something, transition into shock divisions. Your shock divisions cost 900 minerals, by the way, so that's going to be super expensive. And don't even think about buying an August grad, right? But Manx is strictly going to be like your ground anchor commander. And I think in the other S is definitely Raynor if you want to do something early game as well. Raynor medics, insane with the healing damage reduction. You can keep your Dehakas alive and keep your teammates frontline alive. Just super good overall. And then you can support with like just air spam. Maybe not like the Vikings are pretty good, but like also if you manage to somehow make it to Hyperion, which now costs like what normal Hyperion costs like 2,100. It'll cost like 3,000. Oh, I don't think you're gonna make it in time. Yeah, but like I'm just saying, like I feel like at least Raynor with like the Banshees, ground support pretty strong, air support pretty strong. I don't actually know like who will take the cake in air battle this week, but it just seems like air battles might not even happen because like air battles sort of need to be like a little bit closer to the mid/end game before you start seeing them because there's no like tier 1 air unit, right? I mean, I guess Han and Horner has Reapers, but they're not like air units permanently, right? Next in the A tier, I want to say, we'll talk about Tychus in a moment. Next in A tier, we have Fenix. I think Fenix is premium frontline this week, especially with Kaldalis and Talus. Fenix's tier 1 is so strong, and you really don't need to leave tier 1, I think, this week. You could probably also go for like Talendar, like your Praetor suit Fenix. But I don't know. I feel like Fenix is decent frontline, not as good as Carax, but definitely pretty strong in terms of like just having a good balance of DPS and tankiness. And so that's really your entire role, I think, as Fenix this week. You might get like Warbringer just for that, you know, extra, but like you have to make it there, which probably isn't going to happen. Like either you win the game or you lose the game by that time. I feel like that's like the tempo of this week. And next we have Nova. I think with Nova, I think you can do something with DFG. Probably not advised to do Marauder Commandos to try and snipe Dehaka, but that's not going to work out. Nova is just generally going to help out a little bit with the DPS with their snipe and initial contact damage. But I'm thinking like Nova tanks would be pretty good. Nova Banshees would be pretty good. You could just be like frontline Nova for your team and just go a bunch of Hellbats. Although they do cost 450 minerals now. Ooh, that might be a deal breaker. You know, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe Nova might not be A. I don't know. I feel like her units are strong enough that they could be, but she's definitely like not someone who I think can stand alone this week because like all her units cost so much and there's 3 Dehakas on the field, which just makes every unit she has so much worse because they just get eaten. So I don't know, maybe tanks would work out for Nova this week. I'm thinking tanks just like be in the back line, but you need teammates that are frontlining. If you're just like, if your whole team is backlining, ooh, that's bad. That's bad. You get run over. Next in the A, I think Dehaka is pretty A because, you know, you can always get a second Dehaka. Granted, that's going to be 600 minerals. But I'm thinking small Dehaka wouldn't be too bad. Like, your Zerglings cost 60 minerals, but, like, they're basically a Zealot at that point in terms of how much, like, health they have and everything. So you can, like, spam them out to be, like, a pretty meaty front line for your team. And, I don't know, your Ravissors are not too bad. Not too bad. They don't scale well, but they're not too bad. Honestly, that's what you're really needing. Units that are good enough, you know, Roaches, good enough, large enough health pool and everything. And then next up, also, you know, you also scale as Dehaka because then you have 2 Dehakas, so it adds to your pool. So now your team has 4 Dehakas instead of 3, so you can eat like more things, you know, just more of everything. And next we have Stukov. I think Stukov can do just that same thing as well pretty nicely, like just spam lots of units. I don't know about bunkers this week because I think bunkers just get annihilated. So you might just have to spam like Marines. I don't know if you want to go Marines. I think going civs would be really good. Like your role is the Zergling generator. Just generate Zerglings for your team, and then like probably Diamondbacks if you really want to do that, or infested Banshees. I think just like something stealth, air support, ground support. I don't know, but yeah, it's like I don't think you're going to be going past anything tier 3 this week. I don't know. Maybe like those 2 games are just aggressive lobbies, but I feel like it's just if you don't go aggressive, you're missing out this week. I think because it's like you triple Dehaka and everything. It just makes being aggressive so much better. So I have Tychus up here in the S/A area because it's sort of like I'm actually not too sure where to place Tychus this week because I don't know. Like usually as a Tychus player, you're like you build to counter your opponent's wave, but now like all 3 waves are spawning at the same time. So it's like, are you as a team playing with your team, are you gonna build like, I don't know, Boswell or something to tank everything. The only issue is like now your Tychus units are getting focused down by everybody, right? Which could make things really bad, and they're also really expensive, which means like you can't make any bad decisions. The reason I'm still thinking Tychus could be S or A is because like if you know what you're doing, I think he could be really strong. Like especially I think like Nikara might be insane this week. I don't know if she heals your allies anymore. Did they patch that? I think she still heals your allies because like Nikara can basically keep like everything alive with a restorative burst because it heals for 200. Like most things don't even have 200 health, right? So that might be like the first unit you buy, just Nikara, and then like the next thing you buy is like Tychus or something, and then you're just the DPS thing. I don't know if Tychus can frontline too well this week because like I think all your upgrades are actually your upgrades is the same price, but like everything else you have is so much more expensive. Like if you're going for like Blaze, Boswell, whatever, everything you have is like 50% more. So it's like what you're paying 975 minerals for one outlaw. I don't know how that's gonna work out. But I'm thinking like if you have a triple Tychus team, I feel like that might be pretty OP. Or it might just suck. I don't actually know. But this is something to see. Like I actually don't know where to put Tychus this week, but I feel like he could be very good. So I'll put him up there. So next in the B tier, are commanders. I think that they're just sort of like stuck doing one strategy, and they don't do it like I guess too well overall. I don't know if that makes any sense. So Haunted Horner, I don't know if you can really frontline with Haunted Horner, especially because like your Hellbats and Hellions are actually quite expensive. They're 125, so 50% more is like an extra 60 minerals on that. So they're like 180 minerals for those. And then like your Wraiths and your Deimos Vikings are around like 400 minerals to 500 minerals a piece, which is super pricey. So I don't know if you're actually that great this week. Like I think you could probably spam some like your capital ships, not capital, but like your medium-sized ships. So Deimos Vikings and Asteria Wraiths, because they'll just stack and do decent amounts of damage. I don't know if you're that great for frontlining with the Hellbats though. I think Hellions might be okay, just like because their tar bombs like CC the enemy Dehaka and everything, but it's gonna get eaten, right? I don't know. I feel like this week is like it's so strange. It's like if you don't have a super aggressive comp and you can't deal with the super aggressive comp, you might just like struggle. So that's something about Haunted Horner. I think you're gonna like have a really hard time getting off starting off. I think you're gonna have like a Nova problem. Like you could be very good, but it's like if your team doesn't complement you well, you could just suck like really badly. Next we have Kerrigan. I think Kerrigan does the rush down really well in terms of just being able to spam Zerglings. Having Kerrigan the hero, which like just really dispatches Dehakas really excellently because she does like 200 damage times 2 with her leap ability, which like happens over and over again. So if you just micro Kerrigan, have a bunch of Zerglings, and slapping some Hydralisk down, like I'm pretty sure that's all you need to do is Kerrigan this week. Just go super aggro. Kerrigan just does that all the time. And yeah, I don't think Kerrigan can go any higher though, because like if the game does go on any longer, Kerrigan just sort of like is like a worse Zagara, because like I don't know, worse or like kind of the same as Zagara. Like if your units running into your opponents doesn't do enough, then she really can't do anything else. So you're just really stuck. Next in the B, I have Stetman. I think Stetman this week, if you just focus on building Banelings, just don't even buy Gary. I know it sounds controversial, but I feel like that might be really good. I don't know. Or it might just suck, because all the Banelings go into a Dehaka, and then like they do nothing. So Stetman might actually like be super hard to get to work. Maybe Gary Rush might be better. Like Gary Rush and then just buy Zerglings to be frontline, because they're like tanky as well. But they're also 75 minerals. It's not too bad, I guess. Not too bad. Next, B tier, we have Vorazun. I think Vorazun will be decent frontlining with Centurions, like the stealth, the stun, the everything. And then like you can transition into something that's like just invisible all the time, so you're just super annoying to deal with. Your opponents have to have detection. I was considering like maybe like an Oracle like Stasis Ward stun lock, but I think that takes too long, and I don't know how good that is actually. But maybe it's really good, like Oracle Stasis Ward and then Corsair. But like Corsairs are like 240 now. Oracles are, God knows what Oracles are now. Probably close to 300 minerals. They're not really high DPS. Yes, you can probably push everyone into your Stasis Ward with your Corsairs, because everyone's like sort of stacked on top of each other, and wave placement sort of disappear because everyone spawns on top of each other. But I don't know. you gotta try that one out for sides. If you're a good Warzone player, try that out and see what happens. I feel like it could be very good. But other than that, I don't know. Turn off the brain. Centurions, Stalkers, Invisible Void Rays. I don't know. Doesn't sound too great. Doesn't sound too bad though. So yeah. Next in the C we have Artanis and Abathur. So I don't know how I feel about Artanis this week, because like, honor guards are okay as frontline. Like you can buy them, they do the spin thing and all that stuff. But everything else Artanis has kind of is like not that great if the costs got increased by a significant amount, and they're attacking Dehakas. Like Artanis struggles to deal with like the Dehaka hero unless you have like Tempest, I think. And if you're going for Tempest, you're basically like throwing away your tempo lead. So you're basically relying on your team to carry you up until you have like 4 Tempests at the very least, because there's 3 Dehakas on the field, right? And Tempests are really bad against large swarms of people. Yes, your Archons will be really good against large swarms, but it's like, I don't know. Like I feel like you might just have to build like pure Archon Zealot this week, and that'll be your job as your team. Like just clearing out just lots of small units, dealing damage to them. Zealots doing the spin, frontlining. I don't know if you can ever really do any backlining. Like I don't think your Dragoons are good enough. Like Dragoons are just kind of, they're kind of, they don't really do too much damage. Like they do enough, but they're not like OP amounts of damage. And Immortals kind of don't live up to their name this week. I don't know. They're probably gonna get overrun by Zerglings is what I'm expecting. So Immortals are just gonna suck. So you might just have to go Archons. I don't know how I feel about Reavers. Reavers probably aren't worth it. But yeah. That might be your only strategy this week. Your shields might be really good, though, because you can shield the entire wave. And yeah. Next in the C, we have Abathur. I think Abathur could do decently with, like, front lining, but up to a certain point. Like, her roaches are not too bad. And then, like, I think Abathur with queens might be very good. Yes, queens will have that sonic explosion when Dehaka eats them, but, like, if you have a bunch of queens healing all your Dehakas up, that's already a great start. And then you could go to the next tier, tier 2, and get Swarm Hose? Question mark? I don't know how good that's gonna be, because the only thing you can access in tier 2 is like Devours, which is like, you don't really need those if you're not being attacked by air units. And so like you have to go tier 3 for like Guardians and Vipers, which if you get there is gonna be very good because you just stop your opponents from attacking, but you have to get there, you know? That's the hard part, I think, for this week. Like, Abathur's got a lot of juicy tech, but, like, if he's not supported well, I think you're going to struggle. So you really want to pair Abathur with, like, you know, Raynor or Mengsk or someone who spams lots of Zerglings. Kerrigan could work out pretty nicely, too. Dehaka could probably work out pretty nicely. Karax could work out pretty nicely. Like, you really have to, like, get that teamwork in there. And then next we have Zagara in the D. So Zagara needs tier 3 to work, like, just to begin with. And this week just makes that worse for her. She can probably do, like, Zergling spam, Baneling spam. That might be okay, considering she's got all those upgrades for her Banelings. But you need at least tier 2 for that, like, I think. Roach spam might be okay, but they got nerfed a little bit. Still 105 minerals for decent amount of HP. Can't say no to that every wave, right? And they're also heroic too, I think, so they can't like get mind control or anything. But that being said, like, I don't know, like if you make it to the late game as Zagara, I think there could be the potential for this to be very good. Or it could just really suck because there's too much stuff going on and like your abs just die instantly or something. Maybe that's what happens. I don't know. But I feel like Zagara could be very good. It's like one of those things. Like if you survive, could be very good. We have to see. And finally in the D tier we have Swan. Swan has the same issues with Zagara, where like he just struggles to get to tier 3, and he needs like a lot of units to really have it all work out. You could say that it might be easier this week if you have an ally building frontline for you, so then you can just go for like siege tanks and like science vessels or something. That might make things easier, right? Or it might make things worse because your allies rely on you to be the front line, and Swan's front line is Hellbats, which is like, you know, they're good for a little bit, but then they're not good after that. I could see Swan being a very powerful support commander if your allies have a lot of mechanical things. Just like, you know, science vessel spam might actually be not too bad this week. Could deal with the Zerglings as well that you'll probably definitely be encountering. But other than that, like, I think it takes like a little bit longer for him to get off the ground. But I think if he does get off the ground, if you have enough Thors and enough like tanks, it could be pretty good. but you got to get there. That's also what I have for Alarak here. That's why I have him in like the C/D tier, because I'm thinking about it. Like Alarak is tanky because of his nuggets, right? This week your nuggets are more costly. Alarak himself is more costly, and so like before you have to like min-max, right? You have to choose between your nuggets or putting down units, right? And you want to have like, you know, enough units that you do damage in your wave and enough nuggets that your Alarak frontline doesn't die instantly. The problem is now everything's more expensive, and so it's gonna be such a slower startup time for you. Like, yes, I could see like going just Alarak and maybe pure nuggets might be okay this week, just like, I don't know, just to be frontline. But your nuggets will run in and die and stuff, so that's like really bad. And it's just wasted money. You could go Slayers, which would be not too bad, but they also got nerfed recently. Alarak just keeps getting hit with L's, boys. Like, I think Slayers might be your best bet, like Slayers and Havocs, increasing your team's attack range and all that. Any of your tier 2 and tier 3 tech, you might just have to say goodbye to it, because I feel like they'll cost like way too much for what they give back. Like a Vanguard normally costs 350, I think, right? And then so you up the price by like 125, so they cost 475 minerals for one Vanguard. And it shoots, probably it'll get one shot off or 2 shots off every wave before it gets completely nullified because it gets eaten or like destroyed, right? So I feel like Alarak just takes so much longer to start up this week. Though if he does get going, I think he'll be pretty strong. So that's what I think about this week's you know, I don't know, ratings and how all the pieces fall together. Let me know what you guys think about it. I'm always interested to see and hear alternative perspectives. Obviously, there's probably there's definitely some things I've missed. So be sure to point them out to me. And yeah, until next time, I'll see you guys later.